Hello, welcome to PBL 3 by Mackenzie Davidson, Daria Gracek, Elena Soda, and Amber Morley.
The content our group will be discussing is the scenario, asset-based learning, assessment and observation, developmentally appropriate principles, support for parents and children, and resources to support parents.
The scenario. You have noticed a new child, Tim, in your kindergarten class is having a hard time following multi-step directions. Tim often doesn't follow any verbal directions and is seen wandering around the room by himself when he should be cleaning up or participating in an activity. Tim has newly immigrated to Canada, and you have noticed that he does not speak English. When you give Tim one-on-one attention and one-step directions, he follows through.
Asset-based learning. Asset-based teaching seeks to unlock students' potential by focusing on their talents, focusing on the child's assets and developing a program to include them. Tim is still learning English, but that doesn't define who Tim is. He is a 4-year-old boy who has so many qualities, including that he's great at drawing, has a sense of humor, can tie his shoes, is really great at math, can climb to the top of the slide in 10 seconds, loves sharks, likes to build, and puts effort into everything he does.
Assessment and observation. Observe. As the teacher in the room, being able to see where Tim is academically, observing how Tim travels through the entire day in different verbal situations. Document. Write down your findings with Tim. Write down the things he says, his interests, what and who he gravitates to. Include pictures. Including pictures throughout Tim's day will help the identification to the word. Using PECS and visual schedule will help Tim see and match the activity to the word. Support. Seeing that Tim needs support in language, giving him the support that he will need to meet his needs. Plan. Understanding that Tim has different needs than everyone else in the class, being able to take the task that everyone else is doing and change it to support Tim's learning.
Developmentally appropriate principles. Daily exercises, such as being read to and independently reading meaningful and engaging stories and informational text. Creating an environment where Tim will have the chance to explore and understand this new language will help build the independence his parents hope for. Balanced instructional program, which includes meaningful reading and writing activities. Exposing Tim to different parts of the language, such as reading and writing, will help keep balance with learning all aspects to English. Opportunities and teacher support, to write many kinds of texts for different purposes, including stories, lists, messages to others, poems, reports, and responses to literature. Having Tim be a part of many language centers that would be set up would be extremely beneficial for his learning. This way, he can get exposure to different opportunities. Flexible writing experience. Non-conventional at first, over time adapting more conventional writing strategies. As a teacher in the room, being able to just talk to Tim, see where he is and how much he understands, and slowly adding more learning opportunities in the day.
In this slide, we will be looking at developmentally appropriate practices. We will first look at opportunities. Helping Tim find a way to work in small groups. We can do this by connecting him with different children to help him develop his language skills. Also, pairing Tim with another child that speaks the same language but is also fluent in English will help him foster this development in language. Intellectual engagement. Having Tim engage in different language development activities would help benefit the expansion of his knowledge. For example, playing letter bingo, memory matching games with his friends will help Tim expand his knowledge of vocabulary. Adaptation. Creating a space where Tim can work one-on-one with the teacher will help build his confidence and understanding of the English language. And finally, cultural importance. Understanding that every child comes from their own background, and adapting Tim's family expectations will help build trust and an understanding with the family.
Support for parents. Finding ways to support Tim's parents is important. It is crucial to approach his parents with an open mind. You have to respect what the parents may or may not be open to, or if they have already tried. Proposing a meeting to sit down with the parents and go over your findings and ways to support their child will really help open that door. Some ways to support Tim include send social stories home to go over with the child, have children watch English TV to help learn the language, suggest speech classes, practice with your child, give one-step directions, use Google Translate to help bridge the gap, have the child's spoken language paired with the English words around the classroom and home.
Resources to support parents. After the meeting with Tim's parents, they expressed that they don't know how to support Tim at home. You gave them a list of ways that they can help support from school, but you found some resources that will help further Tim's learning and his parents' learning in the community.
Appropriate interventions. Offer ESL classes within the school. Consult speech and language. Use visual schedules. Meet with parents, adding pictures with the English word and child's native language around the classroom. Creating appropriate interventions for any student is a unique process. Tim would benefit from ESL classes. Within these classes, Tim will have the chance to work one-on-one with a teacher to get the support in learning the English language. Consult speech and language to come in and help give some advice and resources, such as visuals to help the child understand. Creating a visual schedule to help the child see what is happening throughout the day.